What's up, everybody? Hope you all had a great day. Getting into this episode of GH. Um, I always honestly enjoy a good Sonny and Carly scene. Like, I love when they get to have their showdowns and stuff like that because they don't pull any punches with each other. Like, they go at it. You know what I'm saying? And I love the fact that Sonny was trying to hold her accountable because at the end of the day, Carly could justify this however she wants, but Sonny was like, listen, you could lie to everybody else, you could lie to yourself, but you ain't gonna lie to me. He said, I've been dealing with you for so many years, I know your game. He said, you could sit here and dress this up however you want. You could sit here and justify it however you want to, but you did not keep this secret for Willow. He said, you kept it for yourself. Like, be honest about it. And that's what I love because I feel like at the end of the day, it's so funny how Carly tried to say that she learned a lot from Sonny, and as far as like what she did, she learned protecting your family and all that stuff from him. Um, but she felt like Sonny has changed. Like she feels like, oh, if this was some years ago or before Nixon Falls or whatever, he would have understood why she did what she did, why she kept the secret. My whole thing about that is I can remember when Sonny and everybody else thought Jax was dead. And I remember at the New Year's party how Sonny blew up at Carly and let her have it when he found out Jax was alive and Carly knew he was alive and didn't say anything. So my whole thing is if he could call you out then about that, about your lies, what makes you think he not gonna call you out now? See, I think she got Sonny confused with Jason because I think honestly, I think that's what Carly got. I think she got him really confused with Jason because Jason was the one that tolerated her nonsense. He was the one that never really called her out on her BS. You know, Jason let her slide on a lot, and I think she got used to that. She could justify her actions to Jason, and Jason would just pat her on the head, you know, give her some generic advice, and she would go on about her day. But with Sonny, it's a whole different ball game. Like Sonny don't let her get away with a whole lot of stuff. Like he'll call her out on it, and she should know that by now. Um, I definitely agree with Carly though on the fact that Sonny can't blame her for Nina and Willow not having a good relationship. I definitely agree with Carly on that because Nina and Willow didn't get along from the very beginning that they met each other. Like Nina was a straight witch to her even when she met her. All because of that, you know, when she was Charlotte's teacher. She was mean and rude to that girl from day one. So if Nina and Willow don't have a good relationship, that really is on Nina. You know what I'm saying? Like Nina's the one who started that feud. When, like I said, when Willow was Charlotte's teacher, Nina was so rude to the girl, even tried to get her fired. So you can't really blame Carly for that. You know what I mean? Like that's on the two of them. You know, their relationship been rocky for some time. But I definitely agree with Sonny though, like as far as changing go, because he was like, yeah, he said, you know, he admitted to Carly. He said, hell yeah, I changed. He was like, at some point, you got to change, which is true. My thing is, what he said was so true, but I feel like it's coming from the wrong person. I feel like Sonny's not the best advocate to, you know, be coming out here saying this. Like, because I'm like, Sonny, you have changed a bit, but I'm like, you know, you got your ways about you. I think the message came from the wrong person. I'm just saying. Um, but yeah, at the end of the day, I think Carly just need to stop trying to justify her actions and just own it. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to come up with excuses for it and just own your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just be honest. Like you kept Nina from Willow because that's what you wanted. It was payback. Just be honest about it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Just admitting it. You know what I'm saying? Be honest with yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with admitting that. But Sonny annoyed me a little bit when he said, "Oh, you try to rob her of her chance to be a mother." I'm like, ain't nobody stopped Nina from being no mother. Even if Carly would have came out in the very beginning when she heard or she found out the news that Willow and Nina were mother and daughter, even if she were to tell the truth in the very beginning, I feel like Nina and Willow would still be at odds because Willow still wouldn't have accepted it because too much has been said, too much has been done. Their relationship would still be in the same place it is right now, even if she did tell the truth. But I do agree with Sonny on one other thing, though. I do feel like it wasn't Carly's decision to make. You know, and that's how Michael felt too. It really wasn't her decision. Like she tried to think that she was the gatekeeper and the CEO of decision making, and it's like that wasn't for you. You know what I'm saying? Just all you gotta do is tell the girl, that's your mama. Do what you will with that information. That's all Carly had to do. But of course, Carly being Carly, she had to be messy and she had to withhold the truth. So this is the consequence of what you do. So anyway, moving on from that, Jocelyn. Um, I would not take no advice from Jocelyn. Like, she's sitting over here at the hospital trying to convince Michael to forgive Carly and stuff like that. Talking about, oh, I can understand why mom did what she did, and nobody knew that Willow was sick because y'all chose to keep that a secret. I'm like, she is no different than Carly. Really trying to justify the nonsense. And that's exactly what Jocelyn was doing. Trying to shift the blame, trying to justify, trying to come up with excuses. I'm like, sweetie, you are a carbon copy of your mom. A carbon copy. I'm like, good lord. Ugh. I'm like, there's no justification for that, Jocelyn. I'm just saying. And of course she gonna agree with of course Jocelyn gonna agree with her mother. Of course, because she thinks, oh, it's okay to keep secrets to protect the people you care about. I'm like, of course you would think that, Jocelyn. Look at you. You lying to Cameron about why y'all really broke up. So I'm not even surprised that she would take that stance when it comes to Carly. I'm not shocked. Um, But my whole thing with Michael too is I understand that he's upset with his mother, but he might want to slow his roll in that whole I can't forgive her mess, because I have a feeling that Michael may need some forgiving very soon if he continues on with this whole Sonny takedown mess. Because Dex came to the hospital, whatever, and him and Michael met up in the stairwell because Michael wasn't too happy that he was there. But Dex was like, "Shit, Sonny called me. What you want me to do?" But he was like, he ain't had no new information about the Pikeman deal yet. And Michael wants to continue on with taking Sonny down. He wants to keep that going. I had a feeling he was going to want to keep that going. That's why I said Sonny shouldn't have read too much into Michael being cordial with him at that moment, because I think that he just caught Michael in a weak moment. And I was right, because I'm like, look at Michael. He's still going on with this plan. And that's why I feel like Michael's going to need forgiving soon, because if he continues to go on with this plan to take Sonny down and interfere with this Pikeman deal, I feel like it's going to have bad consequences for a lot of people around him. And I think he's going to be the one that's going to need forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? So he might want to think about being a bit more forgiving right about now, because I'm like, yeah, Carly was jacked up for what she did and he should hold her accountable. But, don't sit there and deny somebody some forgiveness now, because you might need it. Because if everybody is right about Pikeman, they not people to play with, and they not playing about their money. So if Michael interferes with their business, some folks might get hurt. I'm just saying, and he could be responsible for that. Um. So anyway, moving on from that, Curtis and Portia are planning this wedding right now. Trying to get the details down. The seat in charge trying to plan their honeymoon. And of course, they want, Marshall to play a solo clarinet performance at their ceremony or whatever. And Marshall was coming up with every excuse in the book as to why he can't do it or whatever. And Curtis wasn't buying none of them excuses. He was like, listen, I want you to do this. I want you to be a part of it. And so now Marshall was honest about why he really couldn't do it, because he was like, he didn't want his anxiety to flare up, and he didn't want to ruin their day because he hasn't performed at a big event in a long time, and he didn't want that anxiety to build up and mess up their day. But Curtis got faith in him. He was like, listen, I got faith in you. I want you to do this for me. Like, I really believe in you. So Portia was looking good as shit in this episode. I mean, she looked good in every episode, but she was looking fly in this episode. So she pretty much keep badgering Marshall about why he won't get tested, because she feels like he was misdiagnosed with schizophrenia. She feels like he probably doesn't even really have it. She thinks he was misdiagnosed and want him to get that testing done, because with all the new modern technology in the medicine world and all that, she feels like he could get the right diagnosis. But for whatever reason, he don't want to do it. I think he might know what's really going on with him, and he's just not saying. Maybe he lied about the schizophrenia, or he just used that. I don't know what's going on with him, because I do agree with Portia. Like, why you don't want to get tested if you might actually have something else, so you could get the proper, treatment for whatever it is that you do have, just in case. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Something is weird going on with that one. I don't know what's going on, but it's weird. I don't know. That's what made me start to think, like, maybe him and Stella are hiding a secret. Like, could Stella really be Curtis' mom? Like, I'm starting to think that because I don't know, they be acting real weird. Like, Stella be acting weird whenever she come around. Now Marshall acting all weird about these new tests. I'm like, what is it that y'all hiding that you don't want folks to know? Because something is off with them, very very off. Um. So anyway, moving on from that, I love Spencer and Cameron's relationship. I love their friendship. I really do. Like, they're not just cousins, but they definitely are friends, and I'm here for it. Um, like Spencer, he definitely has Cameron's back. Like, he is not taking no shorts when it comes to Cam. Like, Cam don't want to stick up for himself. Spencer said, "Listen, if you don't want to get to the bottom of all this Jocelyn mess," he was like, "I'm gonna get to it for you." And you know, Cameron lashed out at him or whatever, and Spencer shouldn't take that personally because at the end of the day, Spencer's still gonna look out for Cameron. You know, but I hate seeing Cam get played, and I think he needs to listen to Spencer because Spencer is on to something. Because Spencer feels like that whole breakup with Jocelyn, there's more to it. You know, but Cam is not seeing it. He feels like, oh, Jocelyn never lied to me. He feels like she's telling the truth, that they just grew apart. And, you know, he was so angry before that he felt like he never considered her feelings. I'm like, Cameron, listen to what Spencer is telling you. Because you talking about she ain't never lied to you. I'm like, dude, she's at the hospital right now leaving with Dex. I really hope Spencer continues to look into this or something for that boy. Because I'm like, I feel bad for Cam. Like, you are being played for a damn fool. And then Jocelyn come up in there talking about, oh, I didn't know Cam was working. And you know he the assistant manager or manager of that place. So you know he practically always going to be there. Um, but I do love Cameron's work ethic. I'm not even gonna lie, his work ethic is top notch. Like that dude go to school, he picking up extra shifts. I'm like, damn son, when do you sleep? Like, good lord. But I respect the work ethic. I respect the hustle because I got a strong work ethic myself. Y'all see, I'm up at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning recording this damn video. So my work ethic is crazy, and I just did an 8 hour shift. So you know, 8 hour shift, then got to come home and do a video. So you know, that's the work ethic. You know, like when you do stuff that you love, I don't even consider the shit work. Honestly, I really don't. I be having a ball doing it. So, um, and I get that from my mother though. My work ethic, like, cause her work ethic is crazy too. So, you know, I get that from her. But yeah, I just wish Cam would open his eyes though. Like, you need to see Jocelyn for what it is. And she's sitting there getting mad at Spencer because he asking like details or whatever, and she don't want to tell him like what's going on or whatever. She was like, "Oh, it's none of your business," and she's sitting there mad at him, talking about, "Oh, I would never ask you to pick sides, but apparently you are picking sides and stuff like that." Talking about, "Oh, I've known you since we were 5 years old," and he was like, "At the end of the day, I'm not." I'm still your friend. I'm not saying that we're not friends. Spencer was like, I'm not saying that, but he's looking out for Cameron too. You know what I'm saying? He's not picking sides. I think he's just calling a spade, and he just feels like something ain't right. And he's calling it out. You know what I'm saying? Whether Jocelyn likes it or not. She could sit there and get snarky all she want, but I just felt like she was getting way too defensive. Like, dude is not saying y'all not friends no more. You know what I'm saying? But Cameron ain't just his friend, that's his family. So of course he's looking out for family. And Jocelyn is straight up lying. So hopefully the truth come out and she get busted. Cause Cam deserved better than that. He really did. Like, just, you know, sitting here getting played out by her. So anyway, moving on from that. You know, Nina was telling Austin about her being Willow mother and stuff like that. So, you know, Austin didn't want her to be by herself, so he called Lisa. So Nina was bringing Lisa up to speed and stuff about what's been going on and whatnot. Um, and Nina sitting there talking about some, oh, even before, you know, Nixon falls, Carly was trying to undermine her with Michael and Willow and with Wiley. See, that's where that delusional shit come in with Nina, because I'm like, she over here trying to rewrite history. First of all, Carly never undermined her when it came to Wiley or anybody else. Nina did all that stuff on her own, because Nina was acting nutty even before that. The mere fact that even when she did get visitation with Wiley, she sat there telling that boy, oh, Willow's not your biological mother. Why would you tell a child that? He don't even comprehend or know everything that's going on, and you gonna tell him that? That wasn't her place to do that, especially without the parents' permission. So Nina overstepped her boundaries many times. She was just being extra all the time. So in my opinion, Carly had nothing to do with that, because there was times when Carly wouldn't say nothing. You know, Carly stayed out of it. So she did not undermine you. You undermined yourself. And of course, she wants to get revenge on Carly and stuff like that. And I'm like, because she talking about she want to see Carly suffer. And I'm just like, okay, see her suffer how? Carly ain't got nothing else for you to take. She ain't got nothing for you to take or nothing. How you gonna make her pay? And you're gonna be wasting your time anyway. Because if she retaliate against Carly, all you're doing is proving Willow right about you. You know what I'm saying? That's all you're gonna do. And that's why even Lisa told her, like, yo, back off. Lisa said, listen, you got a second chance at being a mother. Focus on your daughter. Even though she don't want nothing to do with you right now, handle that. You know what I'm saying? Try to get her to want something to do with you. You know what I'm saying? Don't put your energy on Carly. And Nina was surprised that Obrecht was taking that stance because she thought Obrecht would have wanted revenge. You know, and Obrecht was like, listen, take care of your daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like, do the bone marrow stuff. You know, we just be there for her. Don't worry about Carly right now. I agree with that because I do feel like the whole Brit situation definitely had a profound effect on Obrecht. You know, since she just lost her daughter, she doesn't want Nina to squander this chance that she has with her daughter. So I totally get where Obrecht was coming from. Because don't get it twisted, Obrecht is definitely here for revenge. You know what I'm saying? And she got revenge on her mind right now. Because after her and Nina got done talking, she was asking Austin about Esme. And Austin was like, well, she was released from the hospital to go to her bail hearing or whatever, but he don't know where she at now. Obrecht is determined to get revenge on that girl. Obrecht don't give a damn. Obrecht like, listen, I'm gonna take you out. She said, I will avenge my Britta. Like, she is not playing. But I can't wait for her to find out who the real culprit was. Like, once she find out Heather Weber was really the one behind it, I can't wait. I really want to see with Heather Weber and Lisa. I really do. I think that would be fantastic. Can you imagine scenes between Obrecht and Heather? Oh, that would be one for the books. Like, I need the writers to make that happen because that would be one for the ages. I think those scenes would be so gold. Like, Emmy worthy between those two. But anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section, let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Have a great night. Peace.